What is up, guys? Today we have a special deck profile. We have Gio's Counter Fairies, and he's gonna walk us through and let us know what he's running. So, Gio, let's get it started, man.
Sounds good. So, Counter Fairies, it's an interesting deck.
Okay.
You know, we'll start with the monsters. The must-haves, you have 3 Artemis.
All right.
This card does, each time a counter trap is activated and resolves, you get to draw a card. So it's 3 of them. It's must-have in this deck.
All right.
And then I play 2 Minervas. Her effect is when a counter trap resolves, she gains 500 attack. If you have Sanctuary on the field, you get to pick you basically get to recycle your trap from the grave. If you have someone there with different name, recycle them easy. Boom.
Okay.
You know, it's a good effect.
So 2 is best.
2 is best. 3. You don't need more than 2. Sometimes 3. You know, it's too many. You know, you bring them out with ties, and you just need at the most 2. I would think.
Right.
I like playing 2 Honest. Honest is always good to have. You know, everyone knows what Honest
Yeah,
does.
mostly for its effect. That's what you use it for.
Effect. Yep. I play 1 Zeradias.
Okay.
Where Zeradias' effect is you discard him, grab a Sanctuary. I think this is better than Terraforming, just because if you already have Sanctuary on the field, he's a 21 beater.
Oh, so you just normal summon him.
Normal summon him, boom.
Okay.
You know. I play 1 Meltiel.
All right.
She has a really good effect. You know, once the counter trap is activated, you get 1,000 life points, and if you control Sanctuary, it pops a card, any card on your opponent's side of the field.
Nice.
It's a really good effect.
Why one of?
One of I built this deck on also based on other profiles, and every profile style just plays 1.
Okay.
And it's worked out for me too, just at 1.
Okay.
So, play Power Angel Valkyria, just 1 of 2. You know, it's a 1800 beater. Her effect is when a counter trap is when you negate the activation of a spell, trap effect or monster effect, you get to search for a fairy.
Okay.
So.
Alright, nice.
And this is, I usually main deck it. Sometimes I side it out, but it comes in clutch. If you watch the duel that I just had, it came in really clutch for me. I just 1 Barrier Statue of the Heavens.
Alright, what does it do?
Barrier Statue of the Heavens is only light monsters can be special summoned. So obviously it's gonna mess up a lot of decks in this meta. You know, if they're not light. Like I said, if you're playing another opponent that's using lights, and just side it out.
Cyber Dragons,
Galaxy Eyes, stuff like that. Or it comes in clutch. I mean, sometimes it wins. This card wins me duels.
Oh, nice.
And I just play 1 of the boss monster.
Alright.
Sacred Art 9 Parshath. You don't really want to draw into him, but you only need 1. You know, you can bring him. You can easily bring him out with this trap card that it has.
Okay.
So just 1 of. Otherwise, it's super bricky. You never want to draw him. You want to summon him from the deck, or even if he's in the graveyard. If you negate an effect or a card effect, you can special summon him by banishing 2 fairies from the grave or from hand. You know, yeah.
Wow.
So, but yep. And then probably the most important card in the deck, you always want to have it, is 3 Guiding Ariadne.
Alright, what does it do?
So its Pendulum effect is obviously the best effect it has. Basically, you can use counter traps and pay no cost. You do not have to discard, just no cost at all. Whether it's discarding or life points, you pay no cost. So these 3 are must-have in this deck. It's the main card in the deck. Its regular monster effect, if it gets destroyed sent to the grave, you get to choose 3 counter traps, and your opponent picks 1.
Oh, okay.
And add to your hand. So I mean,
That's good.
Good effect.
You gotta run 3.
Yeah, have to run 3. So that's just for the monster lineup.
Alright.
So I'm gonna go into the spells now. I play 2 Ties of the Brethren. I think 2 is just fine. You don't need more than 2 because if you get 1 late in the game, it's not gonna be that as good. But 2 Ties of the Brethren is a must-have in this deck. Your monster lineup isn't as big as other decks. If you get this first turn with counter traps, crazy.
Okay. Set up a pretty good board.
Set up a really good board. It can be Ash, so that is only one thing. But I mean, other than that, if it goes off, sets a good board.
Okay.
You just pay 2,000 and summon target a monster you control and summon 2 monsters with the same type. What's that? Same
type of attribute.
Type, same level, attribute, and type.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, all your monsters are the same.
Okay.
So you must have in this deck.
Nice.
Go down. You want to get it first turn because you can't attack if you activate it. But other than that, great.
Awesome.
I played 3 Phantom of Parshath. This card is treated as Sanctuary on the field, Sanctuary in the sky.
Okay.
This gives you my fairies 300 attack and defense. It also protects your back row. So if you have a good back row, your opponent, they use twin, they have to target this first before they target any other cards in your back row.
Oh, okay. So it's a nice card.
Okay. Yeah. So and then also the last effect is kind of situational. I rarely use it, but it can be a good effect in the right situation. Is you can once per turn you can target up to 3 fairies or trap cards and from your graveyard and put them on top of your deck in any order.
Oh, nice.
Like I said, I rarely use it. It's more,
it helps you stack.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more situational. Something you don't really want to use it all the time. Sometimes you brick with it. But yeah, you need 3 for sure. Then I played 2 of the regular Sanctuary, the OG Sanctuary. Just because obviously Sanctuary in the sky, the monsters get the effects from being on the field.
So you feel like 2 is good, better than 3?
Yeah, just 2 is fine. I mean, the odds of you not getting this or the other card are pretty low. So I think just 2 is fine. You don't need 3 because he also plays Eredias, brings this one out.
I see.
So yeah, and this card you have it on the field too. You take no battle damage from battling fairies.
Okay,
which
nice.
is a good effect too. I play just 1 duality. Duality. You don't special summon a lot in this deck, but sometimes it depends on the situation. You might have to. So just 1.
Okay. Would you consider maybe running 2 or 3, or just 1's fine?
No, and I'll tell you why here in a bit. I play 1 card of Demise.
Okay.
Great card to have. It's at 1.
Yeah.
Great
sadly,
card.
Yes.
And the reason I don't play more dualities because I have 2 extravagances.
Oof. Okay. Winning card.
Yeah, exactly. This deck doesn't need to use the extra deck a lot.
Okay.
Rarely you do, but if you do a situational, but extravagances this deck makes this deck crazy.
Okay.
So
2 is good. Why not 3?
if you can afford 3, go get 3. Take out the duality. Just do 3 extravagances, but I only have 2.
All right. Yeah.
So, I actually played 1 Moon Mirror Shield.
All right.
This card is really good. It your fairies, your regular monsters aren't that strong. Like I say, you get a barrier statue on the field, and you equip this with it. Like basically, what this card does with the equip monster, it will always have plus 100 attack than the other monster attacking.
Okay.
And nothing can be chained to it. It's like really good. Like the Honest won't work against it. Nothing. If they use Honest or anything other card like Honest, it will always have 100 more attack.
It's been working fine with you, just with 1?
Yeah, just with 1. Yeah, you only run 1. You don't have to play it. I like to play it.
Okay.
Just.
So it's a card that if they want to take out and switch it for something else, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Cool.
I play a double or nothing because we have the Utopia.
Okay, the Utopia double package.
Yeah, double package in this deck. It's good. I played 2, and then now that's what it's for the spells. We're gonna go into the heart of the deck as well, the counter traps, obviously.
Yes.
I played 2 Divine Punishments.
Right.
Just 2 because 3, the chances that you don't have Sanctuary on the field, these are useless.
Okay.
But if you do have Sanctuary in the field, these are really good. They negate monster effect, spell, or trap effect.
Oh, okay.
Just no cost, just as long as you have Sanctuary on the field.
Okay.
Boom. So these are good. 3 warnings, obviously.
Yes.
Counter phrase.
You have to attack at 3.
Yeah. You have to counter phrase. You have to play all those solemn cards at 3.
Okay.
So 3 warnings.
And with the pendulum, you don't have to pay any cost.
Exactly. We have Ariani on the field. None of the solemn cards you pay any cost for.
Nice.
The 3 strikes. 1,
must have, yeah.
2, 3 strikes, and then the 3 solemn judgments.
Okay.
3. Okay. And then I played 2 of the Rebirth of Parshath card.
Oh. Okay.
This card is really good. If you have, as long as you have a counter trap in your hand, always keep 1 if you can in your hand for this card.
Okay.
Has really good effect. If you have Ariani on the field, you pay nothing to use this.
Okay.
But otherwise, what it does, when a spell trap or a monster effect is activated, you activate it and negates it.
Okay.
But you have to reveal a counter trap in your hand, pay 1,000 life points and discard.
Okay.
That's only if you don't have Ariani. If you have Ariani, you get a free special summon of this. This summons the boss monster from the deck, or extra deck. So, but if you already have Sanctuary on the field, you get the boss monster from the deck because it's stronger, has the better effect.
I see.
Let's say you don't have Sanctuary on the field yet. You know, you want the new Link that just came out. The Link lets you bring out Sanctuary with its effect.
Okay.
You know, set up your board better. You know,
Nice.
but this is a good card,
Okay.
and it's better now with the new Link because you have more options to summon from the extra deck.
Okay.
So, but that's it for the main deck.
Awesome. So you run 40?
Yeah, 40.
40 it is.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's move on with the extra deck for sure.
Okay. All right, extra deck. You know, have the Utopia package.
Okay.
Uh,
So you're real with number 39.
39, Utopia Ray,
Okay.
Utopia Double, and Utopia Lightning.
Lightning. I see.
So,
Okay.
and then we have just your basic rank 4s, you know.
All
Like I said, you only the extra deck you didn't use as much if you have good board.
Okay.
Because that's why you play Extravagance. You know, you're not gonna care too much about banishing stuff in your extra deck if you obviously use Extravagance.
Yes.
So I just play basic rank 4s.
Okay.
You know, just Extravagance. You know, sometimes I've won duels in situations where I've used these guys and they win me duels. So, you know, Stardust Play Dynamo. You know, XYZ Dragon.
Dragon. Okay. Dweller.
Abyss Dweller, you know, Black Ship of Corn. I like this card because it does burn damage.
Okay.
You know,
Take 1,000, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pops a card, does 1,000 burn damage. It is actually, I think it's already underrated, this card.
Okay. Nice.
Cowboys won me games.
Yes.
Easily. Like, your fairies aren't that strong, so you attack with 3 fairies, you know, and you want a main phase 2 Cowboy game. I've done it, like, a couple times.
Okay.
So Cowboy must. I might consider winning 2 Cowboys. Just if they negate his effect or they ash him or something, you know.
Alright.
So, and then Scion Arc, you know, just another
Alright.
rank 4. I play a Avenging 9 Parshav, the Synchro. It's just
Okay.
another target for the trap card I mentioned earlier.
Oh, the Parshat trap
Yeah,
card?
yeah,
Okay.
another target, you know. So here's and then the one of the new Link monsters.
Okay, that just came out.
Just came out.
Alright.
Like I said, this card lets you bring out Sanctuary if you don't have it already. If you already have Sanctuary, you can search for a fairy instead.
Okay.
So it's a good card. Good link.
Nice.
One Herald of Mirage of Lights. It's a mini version of the ritual one.
Okay.
Basically, it's just a good one to have. You can send 1 fairy monster from your hand to the graveyard and negate the activation of a spell trap of a spell or card effect. So,
Okay.
you know, good card. Just situational. And then just basic links, Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare
Standard
Link
link.
for standard links, yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, but that is my profile. I mean, there's a lot out there, but this is mine, you know.
Awesome. Well, that is it for your profile. Thank you so much for showing everyone.
Sounds good.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Peace out.
Yep.